Welcome to Omahomies. Let's catch up. I'm Ben.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Raegan. This week, we're asking ourselves the question, where have we been?
I've been here, there, and everywhere. No, I've been, well, let's address the elephant in the room. We've been gone a little bit. Took a little bit of a summer break hiatus, if you will.
Yeah, we moved.
We
broke up with Zach.
Yeah. I'm still here, though. It's like one of those weird breakups where you still talk to the person you broke up with.
Yeah. We're still friends.
Yeah.
But this time it works.
What?
It works that we're friends.
Yeah. So basically, Ben and Raegan got a place and I got a place.
If you could call it that, yeah. So we're no longer roommates.
What do you mean if you could call it that? We did call it that.
Okay.
He lives in a place.
Yeah.
You want me to say exactly where that place is?
Yes,
yeah,
please.
Drop the Addy.
Apartment number, zip code.
Kind of lonely now.
Yeah, we just decided as a collective, kind of silently, that we were going to take a break because I got surgery.
Yeah, you might have seen the post.
Yes.
You didn't die.
I'm fine.
I know
it was planned.
We're wondering. What did that one guy comment?
Was it a guy? Oh,
it
no.
was the person with the...
Some lady commented and wanted to make art off of my face. I was like, okay.
Did you hashtag it?
No.
Really? Because usually you get those comments from hashtag.
Maybe I did, but it was so late.
Hashtag surgery.
It was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
A couple weeks. That was months ago.
No, that was the last time Zach was
lady
over.
commented.
Oh.
Yeah,
the actual post was a few months.
Yeah, a few months.
But that comment just popped up randomly.
Yeah, well,
so
it's been
I've come to the conclusion that she doesn't actually want to draw you specifically. It's just something that goes on multiple posts.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so I just decided I didn't want to edit anything. So we were like, let's take a week break. And that week break took a couple months to get back.
That week turned into Ben having surgery and healing. And then Ben and I moved into a townhome. Zach got his own apartment. Zach got a cat.
Yeah.
Zach got a new job.
And a lot of spoilers.
That's crazy.
Ben and I went back to school.
Yeah, so we're kind of doing this at the worst time.
Yeah.
No, not really. The worst time probably would have been right when you guys started school again.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But
because now I've found my
we are
rhythm.
in the midst of it.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I'm not going back to school, like, ever.
So jealous.
So...
yeah,
and it feels exactly the same.
At first I was like, yeah, have fun not going back to school. And now I'm like, I hate every minute of this. I just want to be like Zach now.
Yeah, I don't got to clock in anymore. I show up whenever I want to. Nah, I still have to show up on time, but I just don't have to clock in when I get there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
so there's not I'm never like, did I clock in or not? I'm just like, I have to.
Yeah. So Zach, what is your job? What do you do?
I edit video.
Edit video? What's that?
Yeah. I edit video for a news organization. It's national news, locally based, and it's pretty awesome. No, it's kind of like not obviously like, I don't know, not that I'm thinking about moving to anything else right now because I just got the job, but like it's honestly like a pretty perfect spot for me right now because the bulk of what I do is video editing, and that's like what I started going to school for was like video, audio communications, and that's what I've been learning is like Premiere and stuff, and I get to use Premiere every single day. And it doesn't seem like work, at least not right now going in. Yeah. So it's kind of the perfect gig currently.
That is.
So
I'm very jealous.
Yeah, because like a lot of things I've noticed, a lot of news outlets, like especially like if you're not in like basically California, a lot of like video editing jobs are just like journalists. And it's like a multimedia journalist. Yeah. So you have to like write your story, shoot your story, edit your story. And you just do everything yourself because they don't want to pay multiple people to do that job, different jobs. So they pay one person to do all those jobs. But I'm actually like basically a sole video editor, maybe a little bit of a producer, but like it's mostly just editing video. And so that's the nice part about it. Like I don't have to like write.
Yeah.
And not that I couldn't, but I would rather not.
Yeah. I mean, that does sound taxing, just writing and editing and doing, like I've seen TikToks of I guess you could just call them journalists, the ones that you were talking about that just do everything by themselves.
Yeah, that's like every posting I would see like for the local news outlets, and you have to do a story like every single day.
Yeah.
And I did like 6 in the span of 6 weeks for my capstone class. And even that was like, this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like finding an interview, shooting it, editing it and everything. And journalists just have to do that every single day forever.
That sucks.
Which I appreciate the work that they do.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's something that I then don't have to do. And I can just, but then I feel like it just rounds out the work better, because then it's not one person tied down to one thing. They can focus on what they're best at. And I can focus on the video editing, which I feel like I'm best at.
Yeah.
And so then everybody wins. And then you get a more quality product out of it.
It is more quality because all the other stuff is just boring.
Yeah.
It's boring news. Yeah. No, I appreciate the work you do.
Thank you, Ben.
As your boss, I appreciate it.
Yeah, Ben's actually my boss.
Crazy.
He started a Fortune 500 company. He's
Ben News.
He's been busy.
I've
Well,
been
gone.
busy.
Yeah. Ben Busy LLC.
Oh, Ben Busy News. We just talk about the busiest people around. Trump's been busy this week.
That's how every newscast starts.
We hope you stay busy. Raegan, where have you
I've
been?
actually been the busiest.
Oh, I'm sure. Reagan's always the busiest.
Reagan's the busybody.
Yeah, where have I been?
Mr.
Like I
Body.
said, we moved. My car kicked its last bucket. So
Doesn't it usually only kick one bucket? And that's the one it
it had 4. It was
dies
standing
upon?
on 4 because it had 4 wheels. So
Sure.
I
if each wheel was a metaphorical bucket.
I gave her 4. Yeah. So I bought a new car like 3 weeks ago,
Like a
almost
big
now.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, that was shout out to my dad and my mom for helping me. Because without them, woof.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy.
Don't teach you that in personal finance.
And I feel very safe driving this car.
Good. I'm glad.
Probably the number one priority, but a priority a lot of people probably push aside
Hey.
because
Yeah, it's true.
of cost, which is
Yeah.
kind of sad.
Yep. And what else have I been up to? I've been working a lot. I've been working a lot of 12-hour shifts, like 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. So I'm just dead.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is 12. But when you don't leave work until 3:40, then it's almost 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get home, you're going to bed at 5 a.m.
And I'm still wide awake because I just don't like going to bed alone.
Yeah. And I'm in class. I'm taking 5 classes. I'm taking 2 grad level classes this semester.
It just sucks.
And
I hear about grad level classes from one of my classes because my professor for that class has a grad level class. How many times did I just say class?
Or
has
grad.
a grad level class right before mine. And she's always like, yeah, we're learning about the blah, 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 because I don't understand the words. I'm like, I don't care.
a lot. It's a lot more work. And I'm going to have my bachelor's degree in May. And so now I'm like, someone in one of my classes yesterday was like, yeah, Raegan, have you started looking at like full-time jobs and like the career you want to go into?
Oh my God.
And I was like, what?
We're not there yet.
I was like, what do you mean? It's September and I'm not gonna have that little piece of paper for another 8
I
months.
was like, yeah, I did that the
But-
day after I graduated.
yeah.
But now I'm like, kind of starting to stress myself out.
Yeah. I mean, it's really just a matter of how long you want to work your current job.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to like get into the workforce as soon as possible, but like, there's not that much pressure to.
Yeah, but the thing is
Yeah.
like I am unhappy in my current job, and I'm going to grad school, so it's
Yeah.
not like I'm just gonna like not be in school
Sit and
anymore
take
like
it.
you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like I'm continuing my education. So
Yeah.
yeah.
5 classes though. I didn't know you were taking 5. I don't think I took 5 classes a single time in all of my. I mean, college. Obviously, we took 8 in high school.
Yeah.
I don't know how that was possible.
Well, yeah. Well, but you didn't have a taxing job.
Yeah, but it was like PE and computer
That's true.
class, like
Yeah.
They were the easy ones to break it up.
and lunch. You made up for an
Lunch
hour
class.
of your day.
Lunch class. Really teach you how to make lunch. I wish.
FCC.
That's
FCC?
Family Consumer Science.
Oh, really?
FCS.
I didn't take that one.
Oh, whoops. FCC is what
Science.
is what Ajit Pai is from, isn't it? FCC.
FCC,
Federal.
yeah.
No, that's FT. Federal Trade Commission. Yeah.
That's FT. Yeah, that's the
What's FCC?
FCC's. I don't know what the thing is, but yeah, they do media.
Oh yeah. Well,
All right, I think Zach's had enough acronym work tonight.
FCC. I don't have to think much anymore.
Good. I'm happy for you. Well, yeah. So I'm in 4 classes, and they're all writing based, and I hate it.
You don't hate it.
I don't hate it. It's a good semester because like
Just
Everyone
the most work
just
you've ever had
pats
to
you
do.
on the back. So
well
hard.
that's only
Your
screenwriting.
back hurts so much from getting patted so
A
much.
little. No, it's just because screenwriting is my strong suit. But like, we're learning about addiction in one class and doing speeches in the other, and learning about writing through video games in the other one. And it's just
Not
like
how to write not how to write
video
video
games.
How to write adjacent
yeah.
to video games.
while learning through video games. And we're not even like doing video games as homework, which you would think would be so
Which you
cool.
would wish.
Yeah. No.
Like when I had that comic class and I just got to read comics.
Yeah, and I hope he's not listening to this, but I haven't read or listened to a single one of his lectures, and I still have like an 84 in the class.
In 84.
Yeah, because
It's a B.5.
well, we don't need to discuss this on the podcast, Raegan, but yeah, I got surgery.
Back to that.
It
Always
was-
looking for sympathy.
It was a
I know.
gastric bypass. They went in and they cut my stomach,
And they did it without even cutting open. They just put the little needles underneath your
Yeah.
skin.
You know how long I was in that waiting room?
I looked at his tummy and saw like 4 holes. And I was like, how did they even do it?
Yeah, there's 6 little incisions
6.
that aren't even like an inch wide,
And they just do it with like a camera.
yeah.
Just feeling around.
They lifted his liver up and
did it with a
worked
Kinect.
underneath.
Yeah, they hooked up the Xbox 360, did a game of Just Dance while I was asleep, and then they were like, all right, let's get to this
Let's
guy.
get to business.
Now that we're warmed up.
They did the rah rah.
While I'm
That's how they lifted
there
up your
cut open.
liver.
Oh, yeah. I wish they could see the
Like,
motion we just did.
like Surgeon Simulator.
Oh.
But no, if it was Surgeon Simulator, he'd be dead. Because
Yeah,
that
he'd be
game is impossible.
But yeah, they cut me open and they rerouted my stomach, and I had to be on an all liquid diet for 2 weeks ahead of time. And I wanted to die.
Seemed to do pretty well though.
It was
In public, you did fine. I
Yeah.
never heard complaints about it.
I did cheat one time. I did get Popeyes. Like
But wasn't it like the day of?
it was the
So
day
it's
I
like-
was supposed to
So
start.
you just lost a day.
Yeah, I lost a day. So
And
that
I
I'm
was-
sure I'm sure they tacked those on just in
I was
case.
Oh, yeah.
out of the country when he was doing this, so therefore I couldn't.
There's no
you
one
weren't there to be my
No one
rock.
to beat him.
Zach was the Zach. Were you?
I'm not a rock.
You were
I'm
there.
like a sinking ship.
You were my only rock.
This acts like a pebble.
He'll float on with me.
Zach's like, yeah, buddy, you got
Well,
this.
yeah, you didn't eat Popeyes. I don't know what happens. I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah.
You did it in private.
Well, I'm a pretty sneaky guy.
Because if I did see it, I'd probably just be like,
aren't you supposed to not? And I'd be like, no, it's okay.
And
I
Zach,
can have it.
Okay.
yeah, so I'd be like, okay.
Because I don't like to argue.
Yeah.
Like Ben's the expert.
He's
But I was
not.
fine. My liver was fine.
He's fine now.
Yeah,
he's fine then.
His liver wasn't fatty or anything.
Yeah. It is crazy though, because it's made me realize how like what my problem was with being large and in charge. Because I was almost 400 pounds and I'm now down 80 pounds. You do the math.
It's pretty easy.
He said almost 400, so you don't know what the number was.
That's true.
Shoot.
Could be off a couple.
Leave your guesses in the comments.
Leave a hamburger if you've made it this far into the video.
Oh my
in the
God.
comments.
And leave a fire if you liked it.
And leave a frog if you didn't make it.
Because you croaked.
On to the next challenge, Ben.
But yeah, so I'm fit and sexy and ready to party for the winter.
All right. Well, he was sexy the whole time.
Shouldn't it be the opposite?
What
We
do you
should have
mean?
done it after winter was done, because that's when you're supposed to have the extra
Oh.
layers to keep warm.
Once winter's done, I'm gonna look like a Greek god.
It'll be
Yeah.
like in Step Brothers when Alan.
Alan.
His name? Who's Alan? Alan's from Two and a Half Men.
Yeah.
What Brennan? Brennan. His brother pulls up his shirt. And
Oh,
has,
he's
like,
got rock hard abs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be like that.
It will be like that. I'll come to Zach's apartment and show off my ripped abs to his cat.
Ads.
Yeah, Zach, tell us about your cat.
Well, I got a cat. His name's Barrett.
Parrot.
2 R's, 2 T's. That's what the vet said. She was like, 2 R's, 2 T's? And I was like, yeah. And
You know it.
yeah, I took him to the vet for the first time, and he's fine. He doesn't have FIV
Yay!
or worms or anything. They took his blood.
Okay, but my sister's cat has FIV, and
Yeah.
Safe's completely normal.
Well,
He's just like any other cat.
she's not really normal.
It's not-
She looks funky.
Okay.
But yeah, he still has his testicles. So they're going to chop those off next month.
Good.
And I don't want to hear anyone in the comments telling me that that's inhumane.
It's not his decision. Well, guess what? No cat can decide that.
So
Well, where did you find?
feel like-
where did you find Barrett?
I actually give Raegan a round of applause because Raegan found Barrett on Craigslist.
Oh my God.
And you might be saying,
Craigslist.
why were you on Craigslist?
Man seeking man.
And that,
Barrett.
yeah. And that was just more like, well, it was one of those things where it was like, we went to the Humane Society and it was like, oh, Zach's moving out on his own soon. He should get a cat. And then it was like, well, we can't get one right now because we don't move out for like a month. And they're like, well, we'll just look. And then we didn't see anything at the Humane Society. And it's like, okay, well, let's just look at Craigslist to see what's on Craigslist. People are always giving away cats on there. And then we found Barrett, and then I got him. But it was
Yeah.
like after luckily the guy was like, yeah, we can hold him. Like, we won't like give him to somebody else. And he didn't. So when I finally did move out, I was able to get him, and he's a cute little brown fluffy cat.
He is very fluffy.
He's very, very cute.
He's very cute.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying. But, you know, what are you gonna do?
He's an only child.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
she heard someone else get in the spotlight.
Talking about annoying. All right.
She's coming to say something.
Hey, Sil.
But yeah, it's been nice having someone else around.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Greg, but Greg doesn't do much.
Ah.
I
he
hear
scurries.
him drinking out of his water bottle.
I can't believe
But,
he's still
like,
alive.
It's kind of crazy.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah, he's
I'm
made
happy
it
he
this
made the
far.
move. I was
It's
the one
I'll
that
check in a
transported
bit.
him.
What's up, Greg? Yeah, Ben brought him over.
When he dies, are you gonna bury him, or what are you gonna do? Just
I don't
throw him
know
away?
where I would bury him.
Yeah, you don't own the land outside your
Yeah.
apartment.
You bury him in your parents' backyard.
I could, but like, I feel like that grass is hard to dig up.
I think
Yeah.
my
I need to do it
sister.
in like mulch.
I think my
Yeah.
sister buried her first gerbil, but the other two just got thrown in the garbage.
Yeah, but like, what?
C'est la vie.
As long as his memory lives on.
Of course.
I got some apple cider and prosecco. It's like
What?
a apple cider mimosa.
What?
Whoa, you're acting like you didn't know she made that.
Taste.
You're acting like,
Tastes like
we
fall.
didn't all go to Baker's together.
And I didn't make that drink for her.
Okay, I saw this TikTok of this girl making it, and she was like, "It's the best." And Zach said earlier that it tastes like fall.
It does taste like, well, that's just the cider, but like,
Yeah. Well, I can't drink until January. And
must feel like you're not 21 again.
yeah. It's like I don't want to drink, but at the same time it's like
Just feel so left out.
Socially, when people do it, you have a cup of water.
yeah.
Like, I might as well.
Even when we go out for dinner, I can't get like soda or anything.
Can't get a
'cause-
shark bowl.
Well, one, because I probably just shouldn't have soda, and two, because I can't drink while I eat. I have to wait 30 minutes before and after I eat to drink.
What's the science behind that?
It's just so that your stomach doesn't get full on water, so that like once your body absorbs all the water in like 20 minutes, you're not going to be hungry.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah.
it's like it won't make me sick. If anything, it'll help me eat more or like help me like keep food down.
Yeah, but
But-
you can't have carbonation.
Well, yeah, I'm just talking about drinking while eating. But yeah, I can't have carbonation until next week
Or caffeine.
or
Your little
caffeine.
calendar.
Dude, but I've been like slowly weaning myself on caffeine. I made a latte, which was espresso and coffee creamer the other morning.
Saturday. He texted me
Saturday.
while I was at work.
Were you shaking?
He was like,
I-
I'm so sick.
Like I was sick. Like, and it's so funny because I've had that feeling before. I just didn't know what it was. And it's whenever I have too much caffeine, I just am like my head hurts and my stomach hurts.
Maybe it's not good for you.
Yeah, right? But I only had like 3 sips. Like it was a normal coffee mug and it was like half full.
Get one of the kid drinks from Scooters.
Probably should. Yeah. The ones that trick you. Don't they make like mock lattes? Maki lattes?
Lattes. No,
Or
it's like
it's
the
like
ones
when-
in the
when-
it's like
when
cotton
mom-
candy.
When moms go through the drive-thru and get a cup of water and then they put like Mio in
Yeah.
it to make their kid
The Kool-Aid
No,
squirters.
they have like actual like I saw a billboard. They have like actual kids drinks. They're like one's like cotton candy flavored. I think.
So they are like,
I think they're a new thing. Just so because they're like, maybe kids shouldn't be drinking coffee.
yeah, for real.
Can you hear my chair squeak when I move? Just because my back is killing me.
Not really.
Oh, good. Well, good. I didn't
What
want
else
it
happened? Super Mega got canceled.
to.
We went to a
Whoa.
concert. Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
We
I
went
completely
to-
forgot why we went to Kansas City.
Oh my god,
Actually.
yeah.
We saw the front bottoms.
It was so good.
It was
I
amazing.
had never really. I'd only listened to them like passively in the car with Ben.
Yeah.
But that was a really fun concert, and we were so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were so
It's like the
close.
closest I've ever been.
Yeah, because it was closer than AJR, and we were close for
Yeah.
AJR.
And
So we just got
Ryan,
lucky.
such a good-looking dude.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
he's just so like even though he doesn't like he didn't say much between songs, he's just like charismatic.
Just 'cause
the
they
way
were-
he performs.
They just had so many songs.
yeah. All right, let's get through all these.
Yeah, and like, I do love going to concerts, but I just feel like I'm getting older because I can't stand for that goddamn long.
Yeah.
And to be fair, that was that before? No, that was after my surgery.
It was outside. The humidity was like at a 70%.
It
We
was
were sweating.
and then it started like sprinkling a little bit.
Yeah, so got even
not
more
enough
humid.
not enough to cool it down, enough to
Yeah.
make everybody smell
And
so
feel
bad.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I never realized that I had upper lip sweat until this point of time when Ben was like, "What's on your lip, Raegan?" And I was like, "What are you talking
Oh my
about?"
God.
And I'm just drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
But
It was a nice little venue. What was it called? Grinders?
Grinders,
yeah.
KC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause-
connected to a pizza place.
Yeah, because we got there and we're like, oh, I guess we're kind of early. Like
Mhm.
we were pretty far back in the line that was waiting, but like I don't know, we were just kind of like, all right. So we went in and we're like, wow, there's like no one in here. And then like we looked behind
my
us like
God.
after the concert started, and it's like packed
like to
behind
the
us.
brim. There are people on top of people. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And like, you know, good for them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like I can't even like go get a water right now because of
you-
how many people.
No, because
are
you
around.
move and your spot is instantly just
Yup.
someone's like, oh, and just walks in.
Yeah.
And it's like, bruh, I'm like, what
Yeah.
if you came here alone?
And people are
You just
such
lose your
assholes.
spot.
Yeah, because they'll just like what? There was a couple making out.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was about to say something. I
Yeah.
like actually almost lost my cool, but then they just ended up walking away. And I felt really bad for the guy next to him because I was like, "Do you know these people?" And he was like, "No."
The couple next to me were smoking a doobie.
Yeah,
They were like passing it down. And it's like, you think someone's gonna like see you?
yeah.
Like,
and
yeah,
then,
you smell it more than see it.
yeah, there was a dude behind me that just kept fucking elbowing me. Or like he'd like turn around a lot, so he'd just like swipe
Oh,
me.
that group like to the back left of us.
And then
Oh,
They
who
were
wouldn't shut up?
annoying.
They were
Yeah.
just talking.
and then there's like the people that like that think that they're buddies with the people on stage, and they're like, "Yeah, Brian, do that one. Sing this song."
oh my god, that guy in the front. You know
What?
who I'm talking about? Who? Come on, you know who I'm talking about.
I have absolutely no
He
idea.
A
like
little more detail.
had like the capris on, and he was like jumping around, and he was like screaming really loud. But yeah, he was like kept trying to talk to him.
Oh,
But
I don't think I noticed that guy.
that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't like when they're like when there's like a lull in conversation
Yeah.
or music, and then someone's like, "I love you," and then it's like, okay, it's kind of funny because then they can like say something back the first time, but then
Yeah.
that just like invites more people to like say things. And it's like, come on,
Yeah,
dude.
because-
It's always funny the first time. It's never funny
Yeah.
any other time.
Because I thought that was the guy who was like, "Sign my shoe, Brian. Sign my," or like, what did he say? He was like,
I feel like I kind of remember that.
he
now.
was
Yeah.
like, "Say this or do that," and the guy was like, "No, why would I do that?"
Yeah.
Or maybe he did it to the opener.
It was the opener, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Opener wasn't fantastic.
No, the opener
Yeah.
was very mid.
And then there's always one guy that's like, "Oh, all right, I can go." After the
Yeah.
opener, it's like, come on.
Oh my God,
you
that-
can leave, but don't be like
That's how
a
it
dick
was
about it.
when Dylan and I went to Cave Town, and there were these stinky dudes right next to us. They like smell like straight up onions.
Ugh.
And Tessa Violet opened for Cave Town, and loved Tessa. But
Mhm.
they like had their phones out, and they were like, yeah! And then Tessa performed, and they were like, "Come on, let's get out of here, man! Come on!" And like
Oh my
they
God.
only came for Tessa, and they were like in tears, like because they loved this girl so much.
That's so funny.
And Dylan and I were like, "What is happening?" We were just thankful they left because they stunk. They smelled so bad.
Yeah, I don't think we've been lucky enough to go to a show where we only care about the openers.
Yeah, but even so, it's like
you still
I'd-
go.
I'd probably stick around. If not, I wouldn't make a big deal about it.
Yeah.
I'd just leave.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
for real.
Well, that's like Ben
It's
and
like
I
they're
wanted.
like acting like they're better because they know that person.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, Ben and I really wanted to get tickets to Olivia Rodrigo because we really
Oh.
love her opener. And like even like the crap seats in the arena were like $150. And it was like, how is this allowed?
Yeah. No, because we were like so excited. We got on the pre-sale, put our shit in early and everything. I think I saw the announcement of the tour like 15 minutes after it was posted. It was like right when I woke up, and I fucking signed on to that shit right away. I was like, Raegan wasn't even up yet. And yeah, and then they were like, I was like, well, yeah, let's check out the floor first. Let's see how much those are. $195 a person. And it's just like I know that's a privilege, but like, holy shit.
It's just kind of like, in a sense though, it's like, it's really just how lucky you are with the bands that you like.
Yeah.
Like, do you just happen to like a band like the Front Bottoms where you can get a ticket for like, what? How much do we pay?
Maybe $40 at most,
Yeah, I
right?
think
Yeah,
they're
with
like
fees and
$40.
stuff.
General admission. That's how it should be.
And that where we get a stand right in front of him, or is it? Are you gonna happen to like Taylor Swift or Olivia Rodrigo, where you have to spend hundreds of dollars
And sit miles away. Yeah, and it's like, I'm pretty sure like Billy Joel or something, he's like, what's the word? Like standing against Ticketmaster, because Ticketmaster is the problem. They're the ones that hike up the prices because they're the only ones that sell tickets. Like it's so weird how that works. But it's like a hierarchy system where only the rich people can be up front by the stage, and you know, all the people who actually care about the artists and all that don't get to experience
Yeah,
it.
because they can't afford to go. But everyone I talked to was like, just wait until like the last second and check like StubHub, and then maybe we'll get to go.
Yeah, or like SeatGeek.
Yeah, something.
SheetGeek.
This episode's actually sponsored by SeatGeek.
Brings us to our sponsor. That's like how the first game that Messi signed for the Inter Miami soccer team, and like the ticket prices just skyrocketed.
It's crazy.
Like went so for like every home game obviously, but then every away game also that he was gonna be at, and then Miami just played LA like a couple weeks ago, and like it was just like a list full like celebrities. Like Selena Gomez was there, like
oh my god,
Will Ferrell, but he like owns.
Wasn't Selena there with like Brooklyn and Beckham and his wife or something?
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sure.
But I don't know. But a bunch of famous people that I can't think of right now. And it's like it's more than one of those things they go just because they can, rather than because they actually care about it or want to go.
Oh yeah,
I mean, go to hang out.
Well, yeah, because everybody knows Messi, but nobody cares about soccer.
Yeah.
Which is annoying.
yeah.
I don't get it. It's so funny. Messi!
Yeah.
But that's where we've been.
Yeah, I don't know. I do want to go to more concerts. I just feel like I've never been one to go to concerts before my 20s. Like, I think we went to Car Seat Headrest in 2019, and that was my first concert ever. Or like, first like big concert ever. And like, it's, I don't know. I used to like the experience a lot more, but the older I get, the more I just get tired of it.
It really just depends on who it is.
Yeah.
And if I know, because a concert for me personally is so much more enjoyable when you know the songs.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because even when we went to Car Seat Headrest, I didn't know any of the words yet. But it was still like a good show. It was just like now if I went.
Yeah, it's like
I'd
I know Bodies.
Yeah.
Like, and Killer Whales, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But like, yeah. Then, because then even like with the Front Bottoms playing a new one, it's like, well, I can't sing along and dance to this because I don't know it yet.
Exactly.
Because it hasn't come out yet. And it's like I enjoy it because it's the Front Bottoms, but like, it's just not the same as when they play like Maps or something.
Yeah. Because like even in the Front Bottom situation, we were so close and it was so loud that it's like I couldn't really make out the words anyway. So it was like, I don't know what they're saying, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So concerts are a thing.
Back on the Kansas City thing though, those, remember those oven mitts we saw at IKEA?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lexi sent me a TikTok of those, and they change with the heat. So like you touch the pan and then it gets hot on it, and so they're like these green and purple like wavy oven mitts. And I just saw them and was like, oh, those are cool looking, but like they ended up being like
expensive,
just expensive for like one of them. So I was like, I'll skip it. And like, not that changes it that much, but I just saw that and I was like, I mean, that makes a little more sense, but I was also just thought it was funny because I was like, oh, I kind of wish I got those oven mitts.
IKEA was trying to upcharge you for everything.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, IKEA's kind of...
Your blanket.
Oh, that was messed up, dude.
Oh.
We go to IKEA and obviously like it's a little bit before Halloween. So like they don't have everything Halloween, but they're kind of starting to push it out.
Yeah, thinking about it now, that was way too soon.
Yeah, it's not even...
It was literally August.
Yeah, it's far away from Halloween now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like just the beginning. And so it was like, and working at like having worked at a retail store, it's like, I get it. Sometimes you just get something and you don't want to like backstock it, or you just want to put it out just to see if it sells. And the problem is though, they put this cool little ghost blanket like in this bin that said like $4. And maybe like looking back, it's a little silly to think that it would have been $4, but like it wasn't one of those things where I was like, what? Like that can't be right.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's just, I guess that's a good price for that blanket. And so we went to get it, and obviously I'm like, we're carrying it around like the whole time because of how long it takes to go to IKEA. And then we get to the checkout and I scan it and it's like, what, like $20 or something? And then we're just like, well, obviously, like, it's like, well, either this is a mistake or the sign was a mistake. And it becomes pretty apparent pretty quickly that the sign was a mistake because, like, then the worker comes over and she's like, oh, yeah, sorry, I can't change it unless it's under $10. It's like,
which is BS.
Yeah, it's like, maybe if, like, it wasn't your mistake, but, like, it was, like, their mistake for putting it in the $4 bin.
No, and
so why can't you just give me the $6 extra
Yeah,
and for free and just let me have it, bro?
Yeah, I know they're IKEA, not Target or Walmart, but like any other store.
Yeah, no, if it was me, I
honor
would have been like, okay.
No, but
like without a second thought, I would have changed it.
Yeah, when I worked at Hy-Vee, the policy is like, if we put something in the wrong spot or it rings up differently than the price on the tag, we have to give it to them for free.
Yeah.
And I have to like let it go. Like the fact that I was a manager for so long, because when she was like, sorry, I was like, girl, I was like,
but it's like, I don't know, like obviously I appreciate you that you're like doing your job and like you probably hold yourself to a high esteem for following the rules, but it's like, why can't you just unless the system physically won't let you do it, unless you have like a manager, then okay, I get it. But like if you can, but you're just not, it's like, come on, man. Like what to you is $6? Unless it can like see her account, which they might be strict about that too, in which I get it also.
Yeah.
But it's like, it was your fault. It was, you put it in the bin that said it was $4.
Literally. And they called back at the area just to check and make sure it was in the wrong spot, and it was.
And it's like they confirmed like, well, yeah, it wasn't the wrong. It did have the wrong sign, but also we still can't change it. So I was like, well, then why'd you even vote then?
Literally. It's like, I mean, maybe to convince you to just pay the full price.
Yeah. Then it's like, oh well, then can you take $10 off of it? Gives me for $10.
Well, and
I didn't ask that, which I should have. I wonder what she would have said. Because $10, I probably would have bought it, but $20, I was like, no. Well, not even Halloween yet.
Yeah,
it's August.
Yeah, I just don't even think the rule made sense.
No,
but
I think if it was in a bin that said $10, she probably would have given it to me because 20 minus 10 is 10.
That makes sense.
But since it was $16 less, she was probably that's what I got from it. I mean, she was like, nope. Sorry.
It wasn't even like $20 blanket quality. No. Like,
and that's why I wasn't like that surprised when I obviously I saw $4 and I was like, whoa. But like, I was like, maybe they're just putting out cheaper products. I don't know.
Yeah. But Target's got some good fall decor out right now. I want to stock up because I keep seeing every time we go to Target, I'm like, God, I want that pumpkin pillow so bad.
No, I had to like stare Ben down and be like, no, you don't need that pillow. When you quit in Target.
Yeah, I still technically work at Target. I don't know. Well, what am I supposed to do? Just bring in a note when I'm not working?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I do that.
That's what I did.
Yeah, just give it to the HR guy who's always there. The guy that got mad at me for not knowing how a computer worked, even though it was broken.
Really?
Yeah, well, I got there and the computer wasn't on. And I like tried all the buttons and everything and it wasn't working. And he was like, what would you do to it? And I was like,
come on,
it was
dude.
literally not doing anything when I got here. And then like later and then he like went to press button. He was like, oh, I guess it's not working.
Oh my God.
And then later in the day, he was like, yeah, sorry about the computer thing. I was like, fuck you. You don't get to apologize for that. I know how to use a computer. I know that there was something wrong with it.
That always just reminds me of that care tech who yelled at me on the floor because I called her because a patient was getting up. And then she told me she was too busy and then came back like 20 minutes later and was like, I'm really sorry for bitching you out. Is there anything I can help you with? And what are the odds that that care tech is Ben's care tech after he has surgery? That's the floor he ended up on. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
So did you like see
You
her?
were so out of it.
I'm
yeah,
sure.
because Ben's room was 1,000,000 degrees. And we were like, can he get a fan? And the tech came in and was like, oh my God, his air conditioner hasn't been on this whole time.
Yeah.
Great care teching.
And
No, literally.
I was like, yeah, I'll take a Sprite. Thanks.
That just
That's
reminded
so
me.
funny.
I just being back in that mindset. There were these like inflatable things on my legs to keep my
They were pressure cuffs.
pressure
to
cuffs on
keep
my
the
legs.
blood
Like
flowing.
the things in that Hy-Vee and Gretna.
Yeah, and you know I was only in the hospital for one night, but it felt like a week just because I was so out of it.
Because you
And I
probably
couldn't
woke
sleep.
up and fell asleep like 8 times.
Yeah, like 8 times, and like sometimes I really miss having those on my legs when I'm sleeping. Because it's just so soothing. They would
Buy
just
yourself a
squeeze my
couple of them.
legs.
I'd probably be. It's kind of like a
You can
massage.
just ask
It
me
is.
if you want a massage.
Well, are you gonna massage me all night while I'm sleeping?
Yeah, we'll take
just till you fall asleep.
Just squeeze my calf every once in a while.
Yeah. With my toes.
I
and
bet they
pinch
sell
ya.
them.
Ugh.
Just get those pool floaties.
Oh yeah. Just inflate and deflate them every
Yeah, I
second.
guess that's not very.
You saying you were gonna quit Target just reminded me of the pussy way that I quit Family
I
Video.
don't like that you use that word.
Sorry, I'll bleep it out.
Wussy way.
The wussy way I used to quit Family Video, just because at that point I was so peeved off at my boss, and Dylan had already quit as well. So I was like, well, I'm not working here if Dylan's not working here, because that was the only good part at that point. So I wrote
I mean,
a
we
letter.
can have all the candy we want.
I wrote a letter and printed it out that basically just said, I hereby resign from
Like,
Family Video.
I do decree that I will be resigning.
and I slipped it in the return slot after hours. Like I hadn't even worked that day. I just drove to the store, dropped it off, and then went back home.
Who do you think found it?
It was my boss.
Really?
Because I waited until it was like her opening shift the
good.
next day. And it was literally like 5 minutes after she opened, she texted me and was like, can you finish your shifts that you're scheduled for? I was like, well, yeah. Yeah. And then they closed down. So
Why did
who's the real
even
bad guy
matter?
here?
Maybe you led to their
You just
downfall.
jumped the sinking ship. Yeah,
Well-
they'd still be open if you were still there, maybe.
I would have still been there if that B word didn't work there.
Yeah, just like gamers would still be open if you still work there, Zach.
No,
Yeah.
because they quit while I was working.
Yeah. He got the call.
I mean, they closed while I was working there.
yeah.
Yeah, not even a call. It was a text. We're
Hey,
closed.
Don't come in.
Yeah, don't come in. We're closed.
I just have never had anything like that happen to me.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
Even
sense
lucky.
looking back because
Like-
it was a failing business.
Yeah, well.
Like the hospital's literally my second job I've ever had.
Yeah. And the first one was a Fortune
Impressive.
500 company.
Yeah.
IV?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
probably,
I've
it's
had
probably on the list.
4 jobs now.
Isn't it funny
That's
that
crazy.
there's more than 500 companies on the Fortune 500 list?
I don't even know what that means. I just hear people say it.
Yeah,
it's
And by people, I mean me. I said it earlier.
it's literally a list of all the richest companies in the world.
Oh,
that's
like Walmart.
it.
Like, oh my gosh. So the other night, Lexi was over and we got ice cream at Walmart. And I was like, oh, so earlier in the car, she was driving and I was like, I knew I didn't have my wallet on me. And so I was like, it's okay. I'll just use Apple Pay. And so we
Walmart doesn't have Apple Pay.
No, so we get up to the thing and I'm like, I'll pay for your ice cream.
Oh,
and then I'm like, do you guys have Apple Pay? And she's like, no. And I was like, hey, Lexi, can you pay? So she paid, but also it's like, it's Walmart. How do they not have Apple Pay?
that's what World of T-Shirts Joshua said.
No, yeah, he was like, that's ghetto.
How does Walmart not have Apple Pay in 2023? That's so ghetto.
It's true though. It's like, wow. It's not like there's no way it can be that hard to implement.
It's not.
It's
they just
probably safer than using a chip.
I just think that they think it's fraud.
Fraud.
It's gonna introduce too much fraud. I don't know, because
But literally everyone else uses it.
and Apple Pay is so secure. It doesn't even use your
I was
own
like,
card.
Obviously not, because I used Apple Pay at the Target on 72nd and Dodge, and the bank froze my card.
Really? Well,
That
that's
wasn't-
72nd
that wasn't-
Dodge.
Apple Pay's fault. That was Target's, or that was your bank's fault for thinking you didn't go to that Target ever.
See, but that's still weird though.
But it was only like a $100 purchase. Like, it wasn't even like
Yeah.
a crazy amount of money.
They were just like,
Yeah.
you don't shop at this
So
Target.
this is my call for
This is
Walmart
fraudulent.
to get Apple Pay. I could have seen like 5 years ago maybe.
Yeah.
But like now,
They even like just redid their self-checkout stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like,
so everything's a self-checkout now.
yeah.
You're not even gonna throw me a bone and let me use Apple Pay when I forget my card?
No, it's too convenient.
I mean, yeah.
I also found out that my debit card has tap to pay on it.
Really?
I had no idea.
I have a card that does that.
I think it's because I got a new debit card and I was out with getting drinks with Michaela and like the lady came up and she was like, "Can I get you anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take another drink." And she goes to just like put my card on the back of the thing, like to tap it. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's a chip." And then it like went through.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, what? I didn't know my card had tap to pay on it.
so funny.
And so, yeah.
That just reminded me, the dude at the Casey's by our old apartment always said, you know, you can tap it if your card's got the little Wi-Fi symbol on it.
Yeah, and that's my card has that
What?
now.
Yeah, he called it the little Wi-Fi
Yeah,
symbol.
well, that's what
It
it's
does
like
look like
RFID
that.
probably.
Yeah, but it's just so funny because it
Yeah.
it kind of looks like the Wi-Fi
Yeah, it
logo.
does because it's just like 3 little lines.
But he said that first, and then eventually, like the more I went, he'd just start saying if your card has Wi-Fi. It's like, okay,
it's like now he's just wrong.
yeah, you're devolving, buddy.
It's like before, okay, now,
yeah,
just thinks he knows what is probably RFID though, right?
yeah, for sure,
RFID.
something like that.
It's like I don't know, but I know it's not Wi-Fi.
I just know I tap it and it works.
Bluetooth. I don't know.
Yeah, well, guys, that's where we've been.
That's where we've been.
We're not on a
We'll
concrete
catch you on the
schedule
flip
yet,
side,
but
yeah.
But
Don't expect much.
we will be back.
eventually,
Yeah, don't think that we gave up like people who are like, let's start a podcast and then do like one episode. That's not us.
yeah,
We'll always be back.
we're just not LA.
It's a matter of when.
I'm just
Yeah.
in 5 classes right now, so
Hey, maybe
Just in 5 classes.
maybe go buy some Omahomies merch, make us rich, and then we'll
And then we'll post every week.
yeah, because it'll be our jobs.
Yeah.
We'll be sponsored by Squarespace
Timu
And ooh,
and
and the Wi-Fi
you
cards.
get 500 Temu bucks if you use promo code Mahomies. All right.
That's spelled MAHOMIES. Homeys.
EYS.
My homies.
My homies.
Monies.
All right, guys. Catch you on the flip.
Bye.